Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Welcome to, I might have to close, BRB, let me close these windows. Should we do this again rather? Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much. Ooh. Hi guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Welcome to another episode of Vlogtober. I feel like there's too much space in between. You know what guys, as long as you can see me, I feel like the important part is Jesus. It feels like I haven't done. Okay, I feel like the most important thing here is that you can see and hear me. Oh good, see, there's too much space, there's not enough space. I want to also show my boobs. I don't even know if you can see it, but you know what, we're here for the tea. Is it the tea? Anyway, welcome to another episode of Vlogtober. I was watching a YouTube video. All I do is watch YouTube, and then I came across someone called Tushi. I hope I'm saying her name right. Oh, I'm not subscribed. Let me subscribe. This beautiful lady, I just found her today, and she just appeared on my recommended. And I just subscribed to her channel now. I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed because I literally she just appeared on my recommended on my screen, and she was talking about friendship breakups, and I was just like, I'm inspired. I always on this channel talk about how amazing friendship is, friendships with women, how great they are, and I mean every word. They are amazing, they're great, they've saved my life. Women have saved my life. They continue to save my life every day. I will, if I had to choose between a relationship, a friendship with a woman or a relationship with a man, I would choose a friendship with a woman. I hope that I never have to choose, but we do know that sometimes when women get into a relationship with men, they abandon their friends. But I'm not one of them. One thing I know for sure about myself, the friends who've seen me through in relationships can tell you that single Amanda and relationship Amanda is the same. I'll never drop you for my man. I'll never cancel plans with you just because my man called. I'm not that friend who will choose the man over friends. Like I've never done it before. If I didn't do it in my 20s, there's absolutely no reason for me to be doing it in my 20s and in my 30s. That's how much I respect and appreciate friend groups and friendships, and that's how much I'm willing to cut you off if you would do the same to me. And with that being said, I want us to speak about friendship breakups and how painful they are. I have gone on and basically that's what I was saying, that basically I've always advocated for friendships here with women specifically. I always go on about how amazing they are, which they are, but there's also the other side of it, which is the friendship breakups. I know that a lot of you guys who watch my channel, I don't think that you've had issues with friendship breakups, but I think you've got issues with starting new friendships as an adult. I think I've spoken about that, what I've done and how I maintain those friendships, but no one here has ever really expressed about friendship breakups. If you guys have, I'm sorry, I probably missed it, but I thought that I'll talk about my friendship breakups. I've had amazing friends, but I've also had some friendship breakups as well, which hurt. They really hurt, because most of the time you don't see it coming. It's only when you later, for me, I feel like a relationship a breakdown and a friendship breakdown is different, because by the time you and your romantic partner break up, it would have been a long time coming, like you would have seen it coming. But with friendships, it's just something. All my friendship breakups hit like this. Like I just didn't see it coming. Like it's almost like somebody wakes up one day and decides they don't like you anymore, and then either they ghost you or they talk shit about you, or you just realize, or they do things that you were like, if we were friends you wouldn't do this. So it's a little story. I won't even call it a story time, because I feel like a story time needs to be about a person. my video is not about a specific person. It's about people that I've been friends with and have broken up with, or friendships have ended, and you know, like reflecting on that, and you know how I keep it moving. Let's start. I think my first friendship breakup, I was in my early 20s, if not younger. No, I was in my very early 20s. We had been friends with so you guys know Nogwe and I. You know Nogwe and I. But Nogwe and I were in some sort of a friend group, right? And I was the first person to be kicked out of the friend group. And at that time, I blamed it on the fact that I moved to to Pretoria. So obviously they stayed and they became closer. And then Nogwe and I had a huge fight. Like during that time. My God, we had a fight during that time. And the other two, one was, you know, mutual, and the other one, as much as she never said, I feel like she took Nogwe's side, you know, and then she just decided to cut me off for whatever. And I didn't know until today. I still don't know. And Nogwe and I became cool again, and then Nogwe, I think she didn't intentionally stop being friends with the other two. I think, you know, people grew and they grew apart. Ne? And the one who was mutual, one time, so she studied fashion, or she studied styling. I don't know, can you study fashion? I think she studied fashion. And I remember I worked at Caxton magazines. I worked for Bona magazine, and one of the magazines, I think it was People magazines, magazine, was looking for a fashion assistant. And I was just like, she'd be great. At that time, we hadn't spoken probably in 2 to 3 years, but I was just like, she would be great for this position. So I call her up. She comes through all the way from Durban to Joburg for the interview. And I don't know how that, I don't think it ended well because I never saw her in the building. But I remember saying to her, like, she was basically just very like, oh, thank you so much for, you know, I got the interview and thank you for that. Then I was just like, sorry guys. Then I was just like, since we're on speaking terms, whatever happened with, you know, the other friend? She was just like, I think you just need to give her time, and yeah, just give her time. I was just like, okay, I'm not giving her time for nothing, because if she had a problem with me, or she felt, I'm very confrontational, okay guys, like, I'm not a Puma seed way. Maybe I am, but I'm confrontational, and I'm always receptive to being told that you did not do A, B, C, and D, or when you did A, B, C, and D, it affected me in this way. So for me, when someone is just like, hey, maybe just give her time, I was just like, okay, I guess this is the end of our friendship, and it's cool. I have her on my Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram now and then we interact, but till today, it's probably what? Early 20s, I'm in my mid 30s, so over 10 years of me not knowing what happened. And you guys will, the more I speak about my friendship breakups, the more you'll realize that I'm not a closure person. As confrontational as I am, I'm not a closure person. You need to do 1 or 2 things, maybe 5 things. I'm not a closure person because by the time we dissolve the friendship, chances are we have gone through a lot of things together, and I feel like I had given enough chances, you know. So because of that, I'm not a closure person. If you one day decide to not ever speak to me again, if you just decide one day to wake up and never speak to me again, I will never ask you about it. I'll keep it moving. You know why you did what you did, and I've had people in my life who just woke up and decided not to speak to me again. And I remember one time speaking to not my therapist now, but another therapist of mine, where I was just like, there's a friend who just decided to just stop. She just stopped talking to me, deleted me off her social media, and we were cool. Like, I know I never did anything to her that would make her one day stop. And I remember the therapist I was speaking to at that time, she said that there are people in life where they don't want to be associated with people who remind them of a version of themselves that they want to forget. And I was just like, I actually get that. I actually get it. And Nami, there are people in my life where I don't spend as much time with them anymore because they remind me of a version that I'm not anymore, and I don't want to be anymore. And not because they didn't grow, we all grew. It's just that, yeah, when I see you, I remember that 22-year-old Mandy and the things we used to do together, and it's things that I would like to actually leave in the past. So when that therapist explained it to me in that way, I got it. So there are some certain situations where I'm like, yo, you just woke up and stopped talking to me. We didn't have beef, nothing. But then when my therapist explained to Uti, some people, you just remind them of a version that, you know, they're trying to get rid of. So I get it. So yeah, so even with this friend, we see each other on Instagram or whatever, we talk now and then, but I'll never ask her, why did you, it feels like ngenga. Like, and also I'm asking you for what, you know? Am I asking you because I want to be friends with you again? And I don't want to be friends with someone who can discard me like that. Like, I think being discarded and abandoned is one of the worst fears of my life. And that's why I try not to date, because men can trigger those abandonment issues that you have. Men can trigger those discardment issues that you have. So I try not to. And then after her, I mean, that hurts. I'm not even gonna lie. Every friendship breakup I've ever had hurt, because as mentioned, they always like surprise. It's just like, Bessie right, like Bessie right, like what happened? And I mean, I've had my fair share of friendship breakups, but I think I'm going to talk about the ones that affected me real bad. I had another friendship breakup. I'm going to combine these two because they made me feel the exact same way. I had a friendship breakup with someone who just woke up and was just like, oh, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you bought the same couch as me. The couch that I have now, the couch that you guys like now, she was just like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you bought the same couch as me. And then I had another friendship breakup. I remember telling this certain friend, you know, Mang, stop being friends with me because I bought the same couch. She's just like, yeah, no, I'd also stop being friends with you because you bought the same couch. I'm like, we've been friends for 13 plus years. We have nothing, we it's not like, I don't know, like the other one who we ended up breaking up, we broke up because she went around speaking shit about me. But she also was just like, yeah, I'd also feel a certain way if a friend bought the same couch as me. I was just like, it's a couch, A. And B, I told my friend that I like your couch. Where is it from? How much is it? And I'm gonna buy it. And she was like, oh yeah, she even told me how much it is. She told me everything. So I'm just like, surely then it can't be. Obviously it was not about the couch, but I think the couch was her way out. So I think she just didn't want to be friends with me anymore, and the couch was her way out. But for me, it was shocker that someone else would agree and be like, yeah, nah, I'd have a problem with you if you bought the same couch. The reason why we're friends is because we share similarities. Whether we share the same taste in clothes, same taste in decor. Like the other time when I bought this thing, Nolu was just like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Where did you buy it? I was just like, good, I got it at Take-A-Lot. This is how much it was. Here's the link. We're friends. Have the exact same things. That there are things that Nolu buys and I'm just like, I need it. Let me put it on my Shein cart. Or there are things that other people or my other friends of mine, I'm like, where's that from? I want it and I add it. So for me, furniture, you have a problem that your friend bought the same furniture as you? Are we going to be outside together wearing this couch? Like, it was such a mind fuck, but then I realized it's not about the couch. But then I was disappointed when someone else, who I considered a friend, not even considered we were friends, was just like, yeah, I'd also have a problem. For me, that was a red flag. And I was just like, so you have a problem with someone buying the same thing as you? A friend of yours buying the same thing as you? How? We are friends because we share a lot in common. We have similarities. We have taste. Our taste is the same. That's why maybe we're friends. So why would it be an issue? I don't know. So to this day, I don't feel like I was wrong. Especially because I was just like, girl, I'm going to buy your couch. Like, I asked you, where is it from? How much was it? Is there a payment plan? Because at that time, I don't know how much this couch is now. But at that time, that couch was 20 grand. So obviously it's talking about payment plans. And then a year after she told me how much she bought the couch, I got a huge payout from UIF, from a maternity leave. And I went and bought the couch cash. So I was just like, that can't be the problem. Still today, I don't believe that was the problem, but I do believe that was her out. And that hurt. That really, really hurt because we were friends for 13 years since varsity. We met in varsity. We were the odd ones out in varsity. I always thought that, oh, that's my girl. We were very different though, but also we enjoyed each other. I'd like to believe we enjoyed each other. And I was just like, that hurt. But then fast forward to, I think a year or two later, just rewind a bit. One thing I will always be grateful for is that everyone I've had a fallout or an issue with, okay, maybe not everyone, there was one who decided to just call everybody, tell everybody my business, tell everybody that but not, let's say out of 10, 9 out of the 10 friends, let me just say everybody that I've had a fallout with, or an issue with, or a breakup with, has had my back, or let me just say haven't said anything shitty about me, and I appreciate that. And that's why I'll never say anything shitty about my past friends, you know. Oh, there are 2 people actually who talk shit about me after our friendship breakups, but it's fine. Those people still don't take away. So I'm going back now to this, Guti. A year or almost 2 years after our friendship breakup, I like trended on Twitter, trended on Facebook, trended everywhere for calling out Milani's dad. You know, Milani's dad at that time was paying me 1,000 rand. Hey! 1,000 rand for Milani. Guys, I don't even want to like sound humble at this point, ne? Because I always see the girlies, the pick-me's, and the deadbeat apologists on Facebook being like, when I say 1.5 is not enough to raise a child, they be like, I didn't know it was a 1.5 yakho ibe 3,000. Nikula Sumtana. I'm not the target market. You're Sumtana with 3,000. Milani, 3,000 is probably half a school fees. Or a third of a school fees. It's a third of a school fees. So at that time, Milani's dad was giving me 1,000 rand. And I was freelancing. Man, this was last year. Last year, Jan, Feb, before I got a permanent job. Last year, Jan, Feb, so I was freelancing. The thing about freelancing is that you don't get paid on time. Like, it's such a known thing in the freelancing world. You don't get paid on time. So I didn't get paid on time. And then Milani's school started just starting emails. So I sent Milani's dad an email about, dude, you need to please pay Milani's school fees. And I'm in trouble. Please pay Milani's school fees. Milani's dad has been sending me 1,000 rand since I took him to court in 2021. It's 2023. You're still paying me 1,000 rand. Come on now. Just pay the school fees. It's one time. He pays the school fees. And then he sends me an email saying that he wants his money back. Then me, I drag him. Of course, that's what I do. I drag deadbeats. I drag him because I'm just like, you haven't done shit for this child for 3 years since she was born. Milani was about to turn 3 at that time. Haven't done shit for this child since she was born. And the one time you get a chance to do shit for her, you want your money back? In hindsight, later, now in life, now that we're cool, he says, obviously, one thing about that man, he'll always blame either his wife or his mom. There's always someone to blame. There's always a woman to blame for his actions. He blamed his wife. He's just like, no, wifey wanted the money back. So when I'm now trending on Facebook, I'm trending on Twitter, I'm trending basically. I was trending for days. This said friend worked with Milani's dad. Ne? And then I hear from another mutual friend who said, but obviously at work, everyone's talking about you. And because I also used to work in the same company, they know exactly who I am. They know the nature of our relationship, me and Milani's dad. They know our relationship. They knew everything. So people are just like, yeah, but Amanda, yeah, but Amanda, yeah, but Amanda. Apparently, she stood on top of a table and she was like, yeah, we'll not speak about her that way. Oh, I almost mentioned his name. Amanda's baby daddy knew he was married. So when those news came to me, I was just like, the love never dies. We may have had our issues, but the love never dies. So it was on that situation, on that day, where I was just like, oh, she got love for me. But on the same breath, while we were going through our friendship breakups, when you start realizing, oh my God, like, you never actually liked me. You may have loved me, but I don't think you liked me. When you start thinking about things about, there was a situation where I came to visit you in your hometown. You know how they say, I've been seeing it on TikTok, and every time I see it on TikTok, I get triggered, because they say that if you want to know how your friend feels about you, take a look around on how her friends treat you when you come around. And I was just like, makes sense, because her friends treated me like shit when I came around, which means you guys talk shit about me. Like none of my friends would be that comfortable to make another friend of mine uncomfortable. When you guys see my birthday celebrations, all my friends come together, but most of them are probably seeing all my friends see each other once a year on my birthdays. So my friends are not friends, but they all feel so comfortable around each other because there's no one friend that's being spoken shit about. Because for you to walk in a room and up and down someone, it means the mutual friend is probably talking shit about you to them. And I know this to be true because I've got friends where maybe if she's got an issue with her cousin and then her cousin comes around, I'm already looking at that cousin like, you hurt my friend, you know, oh, you're not a good person. So it's things like that when you start realizing, you never liked me. You actually never liked me. It hurts to realize that, but realizing also, yes, you never liked me, but I do know that you loved me, because her coming to my defense when the whole of that company or team was coming at me means something, you know. It says a lot about her integrity, and it says a lot about, you know, the love that she had for me, but it doesn't make the pain less, you know, it doesn't make it hurt less. And yeah, and then after her, I was just like, oh, this hurts. No, that one hurt. That one actually hurt. I think it hurt even more because our siblings knew each other, our families knew each other, our parents knew each other. You know, my then partner knew. Like it was just too many people involved. But you know what? We move, we learn, and you know, the crazy thing about it is that all the people that I've stopped being friends with, I actually have never bumped into them. And I saw this thing on TikTok. Oh guys, TikTok. I'll always reference TikTok, okay? And I saw this thing on TikTok talking about how when you stop, when your journey with people ends and you never bump into them, it means their purpose was done. So never feel bad about it. And which is so crazy because I've never bumped into Alwanda's dad. Ever bumped into Alwanda's dad. It's not even 16. Alwanda is 16, so which means it's 17 years later, probably almost 18 years later, because it's 17 years if you count the pregnancy year, 18 years if you count the year we were dating. Oh my gosh, 18 years later, I've never bumped into this man, and we have so many mutual friends, and we are both in Gauteng, and I've never bumped into him. Every time Alwanda's dad and I have met, it's because it was a planned meeting in court. But then yes, the same as friends. Like it's the same as the friendships. Like all the friendship breakups I've gone through, we've never seen each other, never bumped into each other. Then another one that hurt was the one I actually said. It actually didn't hurt as much because when she said that, I'd also have a problem if you bought something the same as me. For me, my antennas went up. I was just like, this is a bit of a red flag. I know that there are friends who don't like having the same things as their friends, and that's okay, but for me, it's a problem, you know. The minute you start thinking that your friend is copying you, you cannot think that highly of yourself. I just feel like there's no one I ever look at and think they're copying me. Maybe I've got low self-esteem, but guys, you cannot think that highly of yourself that your peer, wants your life. Granted, there are people that you can say that maybe in your lives. I just feel like if you feel that way around me, get the fuck out. And also you cannot think that highly of yourself that you think that I want your life. So when she said that, I was just like, okay, cool. Then we had a thing where I'm not the best texter. I'm not a texter. Let me just say that. I know a lot of people, we're in a generation of people who don't like phone calls. If you want to talk to me, call me. You're going to send me a WhatsApp. Talk about what I see the message. Like, it's not intentional, but it gets overwhelming. So I'm not a texter, but if you want to talk to me, call me. So when, you know, if I post, but I'll post, okay? If I post something on WhatsApp and then you like it or you put heart eyes or whatever, I don't know what I'm supposed to say after that, and I don't think I should be saying anything after that. I mean, you saw it, you liked it, you told me that you like it, right? And then I later found out that she basically went around telling people that I never respond to her. Mind you, that if you ever need me as a friend, I'll be there, but if you're going to be sending me heart eyes on WhatsApp, she went around telling people that I never respond to her, but I only call her when I want something. Lapo, I called her one time when I wanted an email address. I wanted an email address because I was planning my Mother's Day event last year, and I wanted and she works for a beauty brand, and I wanted an email address, guys. Not even a onkulumele or can I have an email address of your marketing manager or your sponsorships manager, somebody? Then for me, it was the first time where I had someone literally go around saying things. I don't mind you telling your side of the story and telling, girl, I tell my side of the story all the damn time. We have this channel because I opened this channel to tell my side of the story. I will tell my side of the story. And I don't have a problem with people telling their side of the stories about me. It's your lived experience. It's who I was to you. You're more than welcome to tell your side of the story, but let it be the truth. Come on now, let it be the truth. You can't go around saying, yeah, Mandy never responded to my messages, but she only contacted me when she needed something. I guess it's the truth. Because if you say I never responded to your heart eyes whenever you would respond to my statuses, and I only called you when I wanted something, I guess an email address, yeah. But for me, it's things, yeah, I guess it's true. I guess it's your truth. But for me, it was like that. Like damn. I think for me it was just hearing it from other people, hearing it through the grapevine. And once again, because I'm not a closure person, when I heard that, because you're basically calling me a user, you're basically calling me a user. When I heard that, deleted the numbers. I'm not, guys, when I tell you I'm not a closure person, if I hear something and I believe that it's something, and the person who told me wouldn't have gotten that information from anyone else but her, so I know that you guys are close, you spoke sharp. I have to say that one didn't hurt as much, but I think what hurt is that you viewed me as a user and I'm not, you know, like I do not befriend people because of what I'm gonna get out of the friendship. Like, I befriend people because we vibe and I think you're cute and I think that, you know, we're gonna have a good time together, and I think that you've got an amazing personality. So to be viewed as a user, and not only did you view me as a user, you went and told other people that I basically used you for a fucking email address. And that for me, I was just like, well, that hurts. The breakup itself didn't hurt because I think I had prepared myself when she was just like, yeah, I have a problem. Say if you bought the same catches. Then my recent friendship breakup, two that happened this year. One was with a friend that we've been friends with for a very long time, and we know that deepest, darkest secrets about each other. We were the most comfortable with each other. There's nothing I wouldn't feel comfortable telling her, and vice versa. She recently got married, and earlier this year we had lunch and she spoke to me about her wedding plans. Like, she told me when the wedding was going to be, how it's going to be, you know. And someone just basically, for me, I'm just like, oh my god, my friend's getting married. And then the wedding happened and I wasn't invited. The wedding happened and I wasn't invited. And as far as I knew, well, not even as far as I knew, because one might say, maybe it was just a family thing. It wasn't, because I saw other friends there, friends that she's known after me. But I mean, I guess what is it, time doesn't really matter. I've known you longer, whatever, but I guess maybe she was closer with them. And I saw them, and my sister actually was the one who sent me a screenshot, and she was just like, isn't this, you know? I was just like, well, damn. Then I went on Instagram, and then I saw that all of her friends was there except me. And then like, for me at first, that hurt me. I think that hurt is probably the most hurtful friendship breakup I've ever gone through, because I've never felt any weird vibes from you. I know you love me. I know you love me. Like, I've never questioned her. Even in my own thoughts and my heart, I've never questioned the kind of person that she is. I've never questioned her, the person that she was towards me. I've never questioned who you were, because I could see your heart. I know you love me, and I know I love you. And till today, I go now, oh my god, maybe she didn't like me, maybe she was this, maybe no. She's the one friend I know for sure, but we are ntanda. Like, you love me. Maybe not anymore, because you didn't invite me to your wedding. You love me. Like, we loved each other. We love each other. I still love her to death. Like, if I would see her in the streets today, if I would see her anyway, like, that's my girl. I love her. But for me, then I had to just, like, take a step back, because you included me in the planning, And then you chose to exclude me on the actual day, you know. And then I remember the screenshot my sister sent, I forwarded to her, and I was just like, oh, you looked beautiful. And she said, thanks, friend. She said thanks, and she kept moving, you know. And I think for me, that's when I was just like, I guess we're not friends anymore, because come on now. And it wasn't even you know, like sometimes you try to justify it, Guti. Okay, maybe it was a white wedding, but I know her, she's not someone who would have a white wedding. So that wedding that she had, I know that that's the only wedding that she would have. Like, she's very much, she's like me, like she's exactly like me. You will never see me in a white dress. Well, you probably never see me married, but if by any chance some man with a lot of money convinces me to be his wife, I will have a traditional one, and we'll go to Home Affairs. And I know that she's been like that as well, you know. But, well, it's not like she's always believed in marriage. We're not similar in that. But it's similar in the, I know that she's not a white wedding type of girl. So in my head, I can't even justify it and be like, oh, maybe she's going to invite me to the white wedding. A, and B, your traditional wedding, even if you would have a white wedding, I would rather a friend invites me to a traditional wedding, because if you know me, you know how much of a traditional princess I am. Like, I am, I mean, hello. So that hurt. It hurt a lot. And I think that, so I was just like, okay, cool. Like, okay. You know, like, I guess we're not friends anymore. And then the nail, is it the nail in the coffin? Or the cherry? No, the cherry on top is when it's good, right? The nail, guys, for someone who majored in English, sometimes English is not my friend. The nail in the coffin was when she didn't wish me a happy birthday. And anyone who knows me knows how important my birthday is, you know. I've cut off people who didn't show up for my birthday dinners. So anyone who knows me knows how important that day is for me. And when she didn't wish me a happy birthday, that's how I knew, Guti, okay, she doesn't see me as a friend anymore. That was probably the most heartbreaking friendship breakup I've gone through. And also because I'm not a closer person. I remember, like, crying about it to Noltan, and someone is like, you need to ask her, why don't you call her? I'm not a closure person. I'm not a closure person, guys. I'm not, you show me that you don't like me, you show me that you don't want me, I don't see the need of having a conversation about it, you know. What is it going to do? You know, I'm a confrontational person when I value our friendship or our relationship, or when I feel like I'd like to fix it, you know. And as much as all of these friendships that I would have wanted to fix, I then feel like we will never be the same, and I don't know how to move on. My sister always says to me that my problem is I don't compartmentalize my friends or my friendships, and I don't know how to compartmentalize people. Compartmentalize people. It's either you're my friend or you're not. I don't have the, I'm learning though now, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me finish my last, then I'm gonna tell you the lesson out of my friendship breakups. My recent friendship breakup, corner, it was something small, but you could tell Uguti clearly it was something that has been happening over time. And Nakona, I think for me, it was something where it was instead of coming to talk to me, you went and spoke to other people. I'm flawed. I'm not a perfect person, even though I'm very close to being perfect. But I am flawed. I'm human, you know. So I fuck up. I really do fuck up. I make a lot of mistakes. I hurt people as well. But anyone who knows me knows that I don't wake up and decide today I'm gonna hurt you, you know. So if at any time or any point in our relationship you feel hurt by me, I would love for you to just come to me and say, blah, 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 you hurt me. I think for me, it's very hard to accept when my friends go around talking shit about me. Because you know my heart. If you felt like I did something to you, or if I said something, surely you know it wasn't out of malicious intent. Surely you know that's not who I am. Surely you know you can come to me with that. So when I hear that Mang Mang is talking shit about you to Mang Mang and Mang Mang and Mang Mang, it's like it's done. it's done. And so my recent friendship breakup was that, which is someone felt some type of way about me. And granted, on my end, I had been feeling some type of way about her, but for me it was I'll talk to you after, you know, my Mother's Day event was coming up, and I was just like, I actually just don't have the capacity or time to be addressing things, but I'll address this to you when I'm done with this, you know. But I didn't get a chance because, you know, then you hear Umuntu saying 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and you're like, well, damn, this could have been a conversation. But if you feel this way, this is how you feel. I always respect how people feel, because now I be feeling things, but I think that the approach and the manner is how you do it. And my sister now is teaching me how to compartmentalize my friendships. I mean, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to compartmentalize. It's either you're my friend or you're not. I'm gonna, oh, this is the friend I party with. But I mean, okay, I do have friends where I know, but like my birthday was perfect example. My birthday was on a Sunday. We all went out. It was during the day. Then at night, not at night, in the afternoon, I was drunk by that time, but we decided to go to second location. Second location for me was supposed to be my house, but my guy pissed me off. So I decided second location was going to be where he's at. Because why are you pissing me off on my birthday? So I round up the troops. I actually didn't even have to round up the troops. The troops were there. The troops are just like, let's go fetch him. I'm like, let's go. Also, I'm drunk, so let's go fetch him. In me saying, let's go fetch him, I knew no Tando was not coming. I knew Kunyiswa was not coming. I was surprised to see my sister there. And who else did I say? That one's not coming. Because I know my friends. Ne? I know there are people I can party with. There are people that I can't. So basically what I'm saying is, I know that I can compartmentalize my friendships in a way that I know who to call when I want to get post drunk. I know who to call where I want to vent. I know who to call where I want to cry and just not have anyone say anything to me. I know which friend to call who's going to hold me accountable. I know which friend to go and call. Tato. I'm not going to mention their names, Tato. I know which friend to call who's going to say, okay, I hear you, but 1 2 3 1. What when I went. And there's also like that, but I will relate to maybe 2 days later. She'll be like, but you were wrong, you know. But I basically know who to call when I want 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. I know who to call when I need to snap out of something. No go. I know who to call when I just want to cry. And I know how to compartmentalize my friendships in that way. But I don't know how to compartmentalize my friendships in you're just a friend I only talk to about mommy shit. You're just a friend I only talk to about boys. You're just a friend I only talk to about my job. Like, I don't know how to do that. And as a result, all my friends are very, very, very close and near to my heart, because I've been blessed with women I can talk to about everything. So I struggle then to be like, my sister always says to Guti, see people and place them where they need to be. I'm very quick to cut people off, guys. I say it as a joke on this channel. My friends say it as a joke on this channel, but I'm just gonna cut you off. It's not a joke. I will cut you off. Because I don't know how to, I don't want to say, for the lack of a better word, I'm going to say, I don't know how to waste energy. Waste is not the word, but I don't know how to share this with you, share a certain part of my life with you, and not share everything with you, you know. And I've been blessed with friends who are also like that too. They will share whatever they don't share. It's because maybe it's not confirmed yet. Let's say maybe someone's like going through or looking for a job, and they've gone through interviews and the job hasn't been confirmed yet. They won't share, but as soon as it's confirmed, they share, you know. I don't know how to compartmentalize in that way, and that's basically what I've learned in the past friendship breakups. I've had quite a few other friendship breakups, but these are the ones that have stuck. Oh my god, I have a friendship breakup with my friend. I was with my boyfriend at the time. That hurt. That was my first heartbreak. Oh my god. I've had my fair share of friendship breakups. I have the most amazing friendships, the most amazing friend groups, and even in the friendship breakups, I have never heard that there has been a person who continues speaking shit about me. Yeah, they spoke shit about me, which led to the friendship breakup, but I actually haven't heard that there's someone who spoke shit about me. And I feel like that says a lot about the kind of friendship that we had. I've had my great friends, and I've had my fair share of breakups, and that shit hurts. That shit hurts. This video is already 45 minutes long. It hurts. Friendship breakups hurt, and I think I mentioned earlier that what hurts the most is it's almost like you don't see it coming. It's like the rug gets pulled under your feet, and you're just sitting there like, what happened? What did I do? Why didn't you give me an opportunity to explain myself, you know? But as mentioned earlier, I've had a therapist explain that some people just, you remind them of a time that they don't want to be reminded of. Some people, maybe like myself, they're not closure people. Now I can imagine the friends that I just decided to stop talking to, because my friend who didn't invite me to a wedding, I just decided to stop talking to her. Like I just went ghost, you know. And maybe, I don't think though that she would be sitting and asking herself, why is Amanda not talking to me, because surely you know. But I've personally never ghosted a friend. If I did and you happen to watch this channel, please let me know and I'll apologize. I do believe that ghosting is abusive. Ghosting is painful. What? It's really, really painful. But I've had my fair share of friendship breakups. But with that being said, I will never give up on friends, ever. I'm at a point now where I'm not in a space where I'm looking or I'm trying to cultivate new friendships, and I think I'm going to be in that space for a very long time, if not forever. I've got enough friends, and I've got all my friends serve different purposes, and I love them to death, and so I'm not in the process of looking. But I have to say that if I would lose any of the friends that I have now, I might just crash out. I might just crash out. But I guess it's okay. It's not. I guess it's okay to, you know, lose some people along the line, along the road. But I'm proud of how I have maintained my friendships as an adult, and I'm also sad about the friendships that I've lost, even though, you know, everything happens for a reason. Not everyone is here for life, you know, people are here for a season and blah blah blah. I get that, but it doesn't make the pain less, you know. It doesn't hurt less. Like, it hurts when you lose someone. The thing about friendship, guys, is like, it's unlike romantic relationships. With friendships, you literally just have someone who decides to love you for who you are, and not what you bring to the table. No, not because you give them sex, not because, you know, they spend money on you or you spend money. Like, they looked at you and they were like, okay, cool, let's get to know each other. Then they got to know you and they were like, that's my girl, I'm gonna go to war for her, I love her. And I think that's what hurts about friendship, is that it's literally, you meet people who just love you for existing, none other than existing. So when you lose those people, it's like, oh damn. Wait, for me, I'm always like, where am I gonna meet another person that just loves me for existing? Where am I gonna meet another person that just loves me just because God made me, you know? Anyway, I don't want this video, let me not lie, I want to say I don't want this video to be too long. It's already on almost an hour. But friendship breakups are a real thing. They hurt. They really, 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 really do hurt. And I don't think I've ever recovered from any friendship breakup that I've ever had. And I don't think I will ever recover. But I think it's just a matter of remembering the good times and remembering, Uti, hey, I hope wherever you are, you remember who I was to you. And you find comfort in knowing that I actually really, really did love you, and I still do love you, and I'll always love you. But maybe, gay, it's just that, you know, there's something that I did that you didn't feel comfortable enough to tell me, and maybe that's why you decided to just ghost. But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down here before I start crying. I do hope that you guys enjoyed. Woo! I'm actually gonna cry. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.